Hey guys, Ray of Sunshine back here with another video today. Hope all of you beautiful and blessed people are doing well. I definitely am. I am blessed. I'm highly favored. I am amazing. I am successful. I am great. So yes, if you cannot tell by the video title, today I am going to share 4 tips with you, maybe 5 if time permits. I'm going to share some tips with you guys on how to create, start to manifest. And I think a lot of people have a lot of concerns or have had a lot of trouble with manifesting, and they're like, oh, it doesn't work for me, it ain't real. But I am here to tell you and to be a testament to all the other people out here who are actually creating videos about manifestation. This is actually very real. And I think it's very important to go into it with the mindset that it is real and that it will happen for you. And because we are timely people or timely bodies, we tend to base it off of time and how quickly things happen. But I also think it's very important to look and pay attention to your life and still live your life while you're waiting on the manifestation, honey. But yes, so that's what this is about. Like I stated, I'm going to try to do this within a timely manner. I have actually done this twice, and yeah, so we're going to try to do this one more time. Third time, of course, is always the charm, honey. 3 is a good number. But I'm going to do this. And of course, time is money, and time is valuable. Let's not even go with money, baby, because money is good and it's lovely, but time is so valuable. So I don't want to waste your time, and I definitely don't want to waste my time because my kids are gone, and before they come back, I want to make sure that I got this video recorded. Okay, so hence if you've ever seen the last few videos, you have seen my kids inserted somewhere in the video because I am a real mom. Like, I'm an actual mom. That's what I do. I'm on top of being a business mom and a wife, and a wonderful wife at that, honey. Okay, look, I'm just speaking it. So, yes, today we're going to go into those 4 tips. Like I said, I'm not going to waste too much of your time. But what I will start off with saying before I get into my tips is that I believe the foundation for manifestation begins in your mind. And I believe that it begins with a positive mind, thought process, and optimism is very key, because you cannot start manifesting the good that you desire if you don't know what it is that is good. If you don't know what it is that is lovely and that is pure. Like, if you don't know what those things are, then you're not going to do really well. You're going to have a very difficult time manifesting. So this is where my 4 tips come into play. I believe the number 1, so definitely have a pen and pad down. I want you to write this down because I don't want you to forget it. I don't want you to forget how to actually start. So if you are in a negative space, this is for you, okay? This is how you start to manifest the life that you desire. Number 1, I'm going to actually do something. I'm going to actually switch it up. I'm going to take it off of social media first, okay? And when I say social media, I am talking about Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, these places where you see the lives of other people playing out. And the reason I would recommend to get off of these social media sites is because you have to start to get rid of everybody else's vision. So right now, a lot of us are looking at and liking and loving and laughing at other people's experiences. And though I believe in being a cop, which that means celebrate other people, I think that it cannot come at the expense of your own well-being. I have seen so many people on Facebook going through what I would call depression and anxiety, living it out online because they're on there all the time, every day. And I think that it's so important to unplug from social media just for a brief moment until you can get your mind leveled. You have to be able to know who you are. And a lot of us are in a position where we see everyone else and we are associating their lives without, like, kind of comparing their lives with the level of success that we're at. Like, oh, they're married, they have kids. That should not be what you're concerned about. Be concerned about being well in your body, being well in your mind, building businesses before you get married, before you have kids. Because I will tell you from my own experience, even though I'm doing all of those things now, I know that it would have been easier to actually have kids, to start my business well before marrying my husband, or well before having kids, because that takes time. Like, being in a relationship takes time, as well as being a mother takes time. So never look at anybody's life. I also don't, maybe this is just my thing. I don't like people saying, oh, I can't wait to have that. And it just seems so, very, gluttonous in a sense. Like, you want something that somebody else, coveting or whatever. I know I'm not good right now with that word, but coveting. Okay, that's what it comes off to me as. And I think it's very important that you get your own vision, get your own idea of what you want your life to look like, because you can't have anybody else's vision. You have to have the vision for your own self. And once you can define what your vision is, then of course you can always start celebrating other people. You'll feel the energy shift. You'll actually feel it shift. So that's what I would recommend. The second tip that I would recommend to start manifesting or starting your manifestation journey is motivational videos. Okay, like, motivational videos have changed everything for me. Motivational videos really cleared up so much of the junk that was inside of my heart. When I first started my intentional manifestation journey, I was in a very negative place. Okay. And and you would think that, okay, you're married, you have kids, and all of these different, but my husband and I's financial situation was like broken. Our marriage just was new and young, and it seems so bogged with so much junk already. And it just felt, I was in a really dark place. I was in a really negative place, to be truth be told. Okay. And with that, I remember my sisters actually referring me to Les Brown, like saying, watch his videos. Like, you're going to be inspired. You're going to be this. And I just was like, I'm just not there. Like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't muster up the strength to actually do it. And here's the funny part. Can I be 100% honest with you? I was in church. Like, I was in church. Like, if there's any encouragement to be gotten, it would be in a place like that. But I was like, I wasn't receiving any encouragement from where I was at. Okay. And that's a very sad for a lot of people, I think, but we can get into that in another video. Okay. But for me, at that time, I was so just in a broken space, financially, spiritually, mentally, and my body was going through so many different changes, being pregnant on my third baby. That was our third kid. And it was like, okay, I guess this is going to be my life. But for some reason, I don't even know how this happened, you guys. There was a video that popped up on my YouTube feed. And this video, if I could, and I will try to include a link to this video if I can find it. This video motivated me so much that after I watched the video, I watched the whole entire video. It was like an hour. After I watched the video, I started doing a video of affirmations. I started affirming myself. And when I tell you guys, like, to see the 360, the change in my marriage and our financial situation, you cannot tell me that these things don't work. Like, they do work. And you have to be intentional about it, but you have to start in yourself. So once again, motivational videos. Here are a few people that I would actually recommend. Lisa Nichols, Les Brown, Eric Thomas, Neville Goddard, Earl Nightingale, Alan Watts, Abraham Hicks, and some of the reads that you can do, or they're also on YouTube as audio. So if you don't have time, don't feel bad. Just plug it in to your headphones and listen to this versus your favorite soundtrack. Beyonce, I love you, girl. But besides Beyonce, maybe plug in some of these songs, some of these motivational speeches or talks from these people that I've just listed. And there was also 4 Agreements. It's one that I would highly recommend. 4 Agreements, as well as Law of Attraction and Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. These are all things that are aimed towards thinking properly. And if you can think properly, that will allow you to, it'll be a catalyst or a catapult in a sense to allow you to get to the place where you need to start manifesting the things that you actually want to see. So third tip that I would recommend is eating healthier. What? Girl, you trying to get in my diet? You in my business now, okay? But yes, get rid of some of those greasy chips in the cabinet. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of some of the sugar-filled Captain Crunch and on top of your refrigerator. Like, let it go for a little bit. Like, even if it's just start getting your palate ready for some fruits and vegetables and things of that nature. And I promise you, there is a science to this. Like, there is literally a science. There's Dr. Carolyn Leaf, a neuroscientist or a neurologist. She wrote the book, Think and Eat Yourself Smart. When I tell you that this was amazing, this actually helped me to see that the things that I actually was eating was a part of me, was a part of some of the reasons why I couldn't get out of the bed, or I was having a difficult time trying to adjust to life. Because life is going to happen. Life is even like knock you to your butt. But it's always important to kind of get back up and put yourself back in the position, and your recovery time is super important, right? Like, even in the physical. Game Changers is a really good Netflix series. So Game Changers, they talk about having a healthy diet and the recovery time for a lot of the athletes. It's the same concept when it comes down to your spiritual. If you're putting the right things in your physical body, it'll actually help you to start clearing out some of the negative toxins in your body, and you'll start thinking better. It's proven science. So Jim Quick is also another person on YouTube who talks about brain foods, or foods that you can eat to start thinking smarter. Because who doesn't want a smart brain? Who doesn't want to think quicker? Who doesn't want to think more effectively and efficiently? So definitely look up these two people, Dr. Carolyn Leaf and Jim Quick. That's Kwik, Jim Quick. Look into these things and dissect it and pull from it the things that you need, because eat what you put in your body. You are what you eat. And so we want to be well. We want to be healthy. I'm sorry about that, guys. So I had to pause. My family was coming in. I heard them. I was like, okay, they're going to mess this video up. Like, yeah. So anyways, but definitely eating healthier. We're going to finish this video out really quickly, but definitely eating healthier is an important way to get your body and your mind and everything kind of operating on the same vibrational levels, and vibration and chakras and all those things. You'll start to dig deeper into those things as time permits. Don't be so hard on yourself if you don't understand any of these things, okay? Like, I know people who believe in this, the gems and the stones, and I actually have some myself, but they still have a very negative outlook. So it's like there are certain things that you can get into, and you're still not ready, because mentally you have to get yourself prepared for that. Okay, so this leads me to the last thing, which is writing the vision. Because now, guess what? Now you've got the mindset. Now you can actually see yourself doing what it is that you want to do for your life, right? That means that you can actually start to write it down, okay? So this is my book. This is where I write not all of my visions down. This is actually catered more so towards my business. And I'll get into what my business is. I'm just right now, it's, I'm still kind of really working and building it. And just like when you have a child, when anybody who knows who has a child, it gets to a point where it's like it's the baby, and so you gotta like really protect the baby. So I'm just protecting my baby right now, and so we'll get into it. And I'd love to share with y'all all the successes and the failures and the goods and the bads, because mind you, life doesn't exist. The good and the bad, the yin and the yang is is important, okay? But this is my book that I write a lot of my business concepts in. It is If You Can Dream It, You Can Do It, said by Walt Disney. And I love it because, and I've had this since January. So I love being able to write down my vision. I love to be able to do it and actually see it manifest, because it's going to give you strength to, like, when you write it down and you actually see it play out. So maybe some things can happen extremely quickly, some things take a little bit more time, right? And I can't tell you when something is going to happen for you. I don't want to do that. I don't want to put a time limit on it because we are confined to time and space. That's what we limit ourselves to as human beings. But the spiritual world doesn't see time. It doesn't see time. And so I think I've stated that there's a meme or something on the internet that talks about the iceberg, and the iceberg is really huge, it's really big, but underneath, the thing that you actually cannot see is even bigger, and it's the foundation, and it's anchoring that large mass of ice on top. So I feel like the thing that we cannot see, our spiritual, is so much bigger, and we have to learn how to feed that a lot better, because money is important. The clothes that you put on your back, the house that you live in, your car that you drive, that's important, baby. Don't ever get it twisted. It's important. Why is it important? Because it's important to the physical you. But the spiritual you, that doesn't matter to it. So but when your spiritual is in a good space and place, you having all those things will be you having those things and those things not having you, if that makes sense. Okay. So, definitely start writing that vision down, start writing it, start doing the vision board, start piecing your life together the way that you want to see it. Because after all of the motivational videos, after getting off of off of the social media platforms that have you looking at other people's lives, after you've eaten and starting to put things in your body that promote better thinking, even fasting, I meant to mention that really detoxes you. But after getting rid of those things, that allows you the opportunity then to see and place your vision. There's a Bible scripture, Habakkuk 2:10, that talks about writing down the vision and making it plain. And it's very important to write down the vision and make it plain. Some people have stated that because when men see it, they're going to run, like as if they're afraid. No. When men see your vision, what's going to happen is they're going to assign themselves to your vision, and they will run with you and make it happen with you. Okay. So it's very important to start the journaling process. It's very important to start the vision board process, to actually start the visualization treatments. Reverend Ike, I can't believe I forgot him. Reverend Ike, definitely look him up. He does a visualization treatment. And so if you have any trouble with visualization, he can definitely guide and help you. That's Reverend Ike. And so we want to see the things that we desire. But once again, we need to have the core intact, and the core has to be right before we can start envisioning the life that we want to see. Because there's some things that you may want that are not good for you, which the Bible actually talks about being that you pray amiss. And there's things that you're actually praying for that that are not good for you, and you pray for them and you'll receive them into your life, and it's not what you thought it would be. So that is definitely my 4 tips. I want to add one more thing because it's really kind of weighing heavy on me because I keep getting back into it. I think that once you let go religion and start to walk into spirituality, that will make a huge difference. I think your spiritual cleansing is more important than your religious patterns. And for my husband and I, that's exactly one of the things that we did. We got rid of our religious patterns, and we started opening ourselves up to becoming more spiritual beings. And because of that, we've been exposed to much more than we were exposed to in our religious walk. And I think that's very important. I love religion. I love people. but I'm a learner of religion now. I'm not and like I stated, my husband and I were actually having a conversation, and we talked about it. And I felt like Christianity is actually one of the greatest foundations. I love the Bible. It is like awesome to me. It's what I grew up on, and I don't have any problems with the Bible at all. It's right, and I love it, but I'm also a learner. And so I'm always going to want to learn. And I've read the Quran. I've read, other like spiritual practices, and hey, to each his own. I wouldn't encourage you to do it if it's not something that you're definitely interested in. If you love your religion and you're good with it, then you're good with it. You stick to that. But I also never want to see people allow religion to limit them. And that was kind of the concept that I had. So, yeah, so if you want to hear more videos, hear a little bit about my manifestation videos, please ask about me, or ask about it. Say it in the comment section, because some of that information is like private, and some of the information I don't mind sharing, but it's just, I want to know if you guys are interested, because if you're not interested, then I won't do a video about it. My husband and I, we're also thinking, we're going to be putting out another video soon, so definitely keep a lookout for that. And the only way that you can really know what's coming out or on my channel is going to be by subscribing to my channel. So definitely feel free to do that for your girl. Subscribe to my channel, and you will never miss, and also hit the notification bell, so that way you won't miss out on any of the content that I do have available. I don't upload all the time, but as much as I can, as much as information comes to me and I feel inspired to do it, that's when I'm going to do it, because I don't ever want to do anything that's forced. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I pray that you guys continue to stay beautiful and blessed. Ray of sunshine out. Bye-bye.